same mic, Mr. Bob Slade. All right, give it up for Bob Slade of 107.5 WBLS and legendary newsman, New York City, my mentor, my father in the media business. And I'm Dean Meminger from New York One News. I'm the criminal justice reporter for New York One, so it's quite appropriate that I'm here for the Brooklyn DA's debate and forum here. What we're going to do, of course, this is a debate or forum for the Grand Council of Guardians and the National Latino Officers Association with the current Brooklyn DA, Charles Hynes, and attorney and former federal prosecutor, Thompson. But the organization wanted to do was allow the candidates who are running for city controller to have just a few minutes to speak with you, and those are Manhattan Borough President Scott Stringer and former Governor Elliot Spitzer. We're told Spitzer will not be making it, he's stuck in traffic, but we do have the Manhattan Borough President Scott Stringer here, who is running for your Democratic nomination for city controller. So Scott, whatever way you want to do it, sir, the floor is yours. You can take the mic. Here we have everyone, Scott Stringer, talking to you about why he wants to be the next controller of the city of New York.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me just say that I know my opponent was stuck in traffic, but I just came exactly the way he was coming. There was no traffic. But I'm bummed. Just kidding. No, just kidding. I'm sure. I know you have a big debate here on the DA's race. I want to thank all of you for giving us an opportunity. This is the way it works, by getting out there and talking directly to people. And I just want to tell you a couple things about why I'm running for controller. I believe that this office is going to be very important when the new government is constituted January 1st, 2014. We're going to have a new mayor, new council speaker, many new council members. We need a controller who's going to be laser focused, watching out for working people in this city. This is the office that when City Hall's not listening, when people are feeling pushed out, and can't afford to make it in this town, the controller's got to be the one to watch people's backs. Plain and simple. And I bring to this race 20 years fighting for people, not being afraid to stand up, talking about the issues that affect people in the city, whether it was standing up as the first person who looked like me on Stop and Frisk and said there's got to be a better way. I did that before the whole issue got rolling. Stood with Hakeem Jeffries and Eric Adams and many people in this community and said the following, that my children, my little babies who I'm now raising with my wife, they will never have to worry. We will never have to worry as a family about when those boys go to the supermarket to get a quart of milk. We know they're coming home. But that was not true with so many parents and grandparents. And I was on the front lines of that struggle. I believe that when we talk about civil rights, there can't be a justice system for the very wealthy and connected and another system for everybody else. And I grew up in Washington Heights. I went to these public schools. I understand that some people have a hard time getting started in the race, but every child has to make it to that race. And I bring a record of never being afraid to stand down, always standing up for the people in communities. I want to give you a couple of examples, and I know you have the debate. When NYCHA housing, when we found out that seniors and young people couldn't get up the elevators, right, 20 stories of NYCHA housing, and we all said that's not right, I inspected 3,700 elevators. I went through every inspection report. I found out that those NYCHA elevators fail 75% of the time. And I work with Chuck Schumer to bring federal stimulus money to fix those elevators. And today, those elevators aren't perfect, but they're better than they were. And that's about making sure that we actually get results. And I believe that in this government, we must have a government where the elected officials have trust and integrity, and that you're judged based on the job you had before. So I ask you in this race to judge me how I was in the state assembly, how I fought for children, how I never backed down, and judge me now as borough president of Manhattan, where I have fought for affordable housing. I've taken on special interests. I have never shied away from a fight. You can ask the mayor. But judge me on my record, and judge both candidates on their record, because the bottom line, I'm not embarrassed for anything I did representing the public. And at the end of the day, that must matter. because we have to set an example in this borough and in this city that you gotta do the right thing, that there can't be an exemption when you're wealthy and powerful. And there can't be a sense of, well, it's okay for me, because it would not be okay for anybody in this room, for your children, for your grandchildren. So I ask you to think about it. I ask you to consider me. I will be a control that watch the backs of this city. I'm endorsed by the UFT, 1199, Progressive Labor. It's not just Hakeem and Eric, it's a true coalition, because everybody recognizes that we need a controller who's going to watch the backs of working people. I hope in the next few weeks that you can look at my campaign commercials. I'm on the air now. I cobbled together some money, so you're going to be hearing from me. So we're not going to have a one-sided debate, but we are going to have a conversation about the issues that affect this city. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and enjoy the debate. Thank you all very, very much. Thank you.